So I'm wondering, there's been a lot of news lately about Mo Farah, Mary Cain, and Alberto Salazar, the Nike Oregon project in the news. So I'm wondering, and I don't want to talk about like the, you know, the specifics of it, but I'm wondering if you can give us a reaction to the Mary Cain story, and kind of what your reaction was, and then what is your, like, do you have a feeling on the reaction of the, or a feeling on the Alberto Salazar ban slash the shutdown of the Oregon project?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's an important subject still. I mean, like, yeah, I'm a little tired of discussing it at this point because I just kind of want to move on from it. But yeah, no, it's obviously very important. I guess I'll start with the Alberto ban. It was actually really fascinating in that I didn't even really know an investigation was still going on. It just had been so long since it began, like 2015 or so, I want to say. And so I was kind of just off my radar entirely. And then right around Worlds, right, last year, track and field Worlds, suddenly it came out. And so, yeah, I was a little bit surprised, I guess, initially coming off it. But also not, I guess, with just like how many people have said things about it. I mean, I haven't personally really experienced anything within. I mean, generally speaking, I had like a somewhat positive experience, but it's also about kind of separating your own experience from others and like being able to take that information in and accept it, as a truth in itself. And so, yeah, I think it was a little bit surprising at first, but I'm accepting it for sure and trying to move on from that. I think the thing that hit me the hardest was the Mary Cain stuff, because I mean I've had a relationship with Mary Cain, obviously, like within the definitely closer than even with Alberto, to be honest. And yeah, it was really not interesting, just saddening to hear her story. And I think I was just really upset by just this initial complete silence out of the rest of the group, kind of when she first started talking about it. And then sort of seeing Alberto's like kind of just denial of it, more or less, right at the beginning, and knowing like, wait, no, that, like, I personally know that that's a lie, that's not, like, yeah. And so I just wanted to be able to say something, offer my support to her in whatever way I could. And yeah, just like, it felt right to have at least someone in the group tell her like, hey, I'm sorry this happened, and actually accept it, because that's, I mean, it's got to be, I can't even imagine, it's got to be tough to talk about any of this stuff, or any of the things that happened to her, and let alone have all of her teammates be completely silent about it. And so, yeah, and I'm really glad she was strong enough to talk about it. And I think she's doing good things, for the sport in general as she continues along here. And hopefully she's able to just move past and continue to have a good career beyond this, or just a good life, whatever it is. Yeah, I'm proud to have been her teammate, at least.
Yeah, and thankfully she found a lot of positive support and in the running community as a whole. So that's certainly a silver lining to all of this, if there can be one. Anyway, yeah.
I think she's making it a positive in her life as best she can.